In the ever-shifting landscape of reality television, few stories have captured public attention with the depth, rawness, and emotional gravity that 1,000-Pound Sisters has managed to maintain since its debut. From the humble beginnings of Tammy and Amy Slayton's journey in Dixon, Kentucky to their unprecedented transformation, both physically and emotionally, the TLC show has developed an intensely loyal following. However, for several months, rumors of cancellation had begun swirling through the fandom, leaving many devoted viewers anxious about the show's future. That anxiety was dramatically stirred again when one of the stars dropped what can only be described as a bombshell announcement about Season 8. The news didn't come through a press release or traditional media channel. Instead, it dropped in the most modern and unfiltered way possible, via a cryptic livestream that rapidly went viral. Tammy Slayton, the once reclusive but now outspoken and empowered face of the series, chose Instagram to deliver her message. Fans were expecting perhaps a casual Q&A or a few updates about her health or lifestyle. What they got instead was a seismic revelation that changed the narrative around 1,000-Pound Sisters in a matter of seconds. Tammy appeared calm, collected, and surprisingly poised, an evolution of self-assurance that didn't go unnoticed by her audience. She took a deep breath before addressing what everyone had been whispering about online, the fate of 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 8. Her words were simple, but their impact was immediate. "I know you've been wondering if we're coming back, and let me just say this, we ain't done yet." With that, the announcement sent shockwaves across social media. Fans erupted into a mix of joy, disbelief, and speculation. It was an emotional moment because for months uncertainty had clouded the show's trajectory. Numerous sources, including entertainment bloggers and even some leaked production tidbits, had hinted that TLC was considering pulling the plug. After 7 emotionally draining and physically transformative seasons, many thought the journey might have finally reached its end. But Tammy's confirmation suggested otherwise. She elaborated further, revealing that Season 8 was not only happening but would be unlike any other season before. For the first time, the focus wouldn't merely be on weight loss milestones or family conflict. Instead, Season 8 would explore themes of independence, identity, and the aftermath of radical life change. Tammy explained that this new chapter would dive deeper into mental health, relationships, and even career aspirations that both she and Amy were now ready to explore. In many ways, this announcement marked a turning point for the franchise. The show, once a raw portrayal of food addiction and family struggle, was now transforming into a broader narrative about life after survival. Tammy spoke candidly about how filming this new season had been emotionally exhausting but necessary. She alluded to segments of the show that would cover her experiences with grief, especially after the tragic passing of her late husband Caleb Willingham, a chapter that has remained largely unfilmed until now. Tammy's words hit differently this time. They carried the weight of someone who had truly lived through the darkness and come out on the other side. Her journey, once defined solely by a number on a scale, was now more about resilience, rediscovery, and reclamation of purpose. She made it clear that she wanted fans to see the full spectrum of who she had become, not just a woman who lost hundreds of pounds, but someone who had gained clarity, wisdom, and perhaps for the first time, control over her own narrative. Meanwhile, the cancellation rumors didn't come from nowhere. TLC has been re-evaluating many of its reality-based properties in light of shifting viewer habits and streaming pressures. The cost of production, contractual complexities, and evolving public sentiment around health and body image contributed to ongoing boardroom discussions about whether the series should continue. Earlier in the year, a few anonymous insiders had whispered to entertainment outlets that Season 7 might be the last. The absence of a formal renewal announcement from TLC only fueled the speculations. Even Amy Slayton remained relatively quiet, prompting some fans to believe she had moved on from filming entirely. It's worth noting that Amy's personal life has been undergoing a transformation of its own. Following her divorce from Michael Halterman and the emotional toll of becoming a single mother to her 2 young sons, Amy had reportedly taken time off to heal and re-evaluate her priorities. While Tammy chose the spotlight to make her announcement, Amy has remained somewhat elusive, fueling curiosity about whether she will return for Season 8 at all. Tammy addressed this head-on, acknowledging that while Amy's participation would be selective, she is very much still part of the family. Tammy added that Amy had already filmed a few scenes for the upcoming season, though her storyline may not be as dominant as in earlier years. This level of transparency was refreshing for fans who have grown to appreciate the sisters' honesty, even when the truth isn't wrapped in a neat, happy package. As for the filming status, Tammy confirmed that production was already underway and that some segments had been filmed in different locations, not just Kentucky. She hinted that there would be travel involved this season, suggesting a new kind of mobility, literal and symbolic, for the sisters. From visits to health retreats to meeting fans at public events, the new season aims to paint a broader canvas of the Slayton experience. Fans were excited by the notion that the show was no longer just about sitting on a couch and discussing weigh-ins, but had evolved into a story about reclaiming life beyond the boundaries of addiction and dysfunction. The fan reaction to Tammy's announcement was overwhelming. Social media platforms like Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit exploded with renewed enthusiasm. Memes, celebratory edits, and fan theories emerged almost instantly. Longtime viewers expressed relief that the story wasn't ending in the fog of uncertainty. Others were intrigued by the promise of a new, more complex tone. Some even suggested that this transition could pave the way for spin-offs, documentaries, or even a scripted dramatization of the sisters' lives down the line. Yet, not everyone was purely celebratory. Some critics questioned whether the show still had meaningful content to offer. After all, the original premise centered heavily on the sisters' weight loss journey, and both women had now reached major milestones. Would the show retain its emotional impact without that dramatic tension? Tammy didn't shy away from this critique. She openly stated that their stories had evolved and that the audience needed to evolve too. The show was no longer just about weight loss, she insisted. It was about living. Behind the scenes, TLC executives have remained tight-lipped.